We're going to see the teams hopefully when we get into game, but I'm very excited for this one. Obviously, you know the story in a way. You can really cement a name for yourself here.
Interesting point there as well. Not seeing TEKKZ put on headphones. He is just playing this without sound then, because I highly doubt he's playing it through the monitor speakers, you know.
Some players just like to hear everything around them. Some players like complete silence, some like music. Completely depends. But we're going to see that FUT fantasy Rashford coming off from the start. Kevin De Bruyne, I would assume, Team of the Year. Hullet in there as well. Some very nice players as we're going forward. Sancho, the FUT birthday card. Ronaldo coming forward. Hullet on the ball. Looks for Ronaldo again, but Ruben cuts it out. Team of the Year version. And yeah, I mean, we were talking about the teams coming into this, and there are some unexpected cards. I wasn't really expecting Sancho, but he's here.
Yeah, and James as well. We didn't get to see that much throughout the qualifiers. Vieira taking it down the wing, being able to find Firmino, and definitely you can see from Painter here, looking to play a very controlling game. Wants to keep possession, doesn't want TEKKZ to take control of it, and even to a point of just dropping Rashford to the floor.
It's easier said than done to keep possession against these players, because pressing the things that you've got to get right this year, and you see these players using it, and they use it exceptionally well. And we'll have to see if he can beat that press and can keep on hold of the ball and work his way forward.
James, fun Kante all the way up to Ronaldo. That's a beautiful through ball. Is he going to be able to come to fruition? No! Schmeichel makes it on out. De Bruyne out to Rashford. That was a very touchy moment there for TEKKZ.
Yeah, that was close. To be fair, Schmeichel with a fantastic save. But yet again, we're going to have to see if this can continue to happen over the match. We see it early on in these kind of games. We see players take 1-2 shots against TEKKZ, but then he kind of gets in the groove, settles down. We'll have to see if he can keep up Painter. It does look like TEKKZ could have a chance here, but he's looking to work it down into the box, try and maybe get a pass in there.
Of course, cross is not as powerful in this one, and so wanting to just look for an inroad, wait for a player to push forward. Sancho on the ball, looking to create a couple of steps in, but Painter is just stone right there, not giving anything up, looking rock solid, and TEKKZ has to keep on searching, not able to find anything. So that's back out to Rashford. Nice little in pass back to Ruben. Yeah,
he's got his depth set to the lowest. He's probably got himself on drop back as well for the tactics. When you've got these players dropping all the way back, you got all your CDMs and midfielders dropping back into the back four. It's impossible to get any passes around it. It's impossible to get around it and in behind. So that's what TEKKZ is trying to do there, trying to break it down. But we'll have to see if he can do it. And TEKKZ he's playing deep, don't get me wrong, but he's not playing as deep as Painter is, and that's why Painter's struggling to even get near his box. But enough to try and play some long balls, but Ruben Diaz will clear those up all day long.
You can now see Painter's really throwing his men forward when he's got possession of the ball. He's got to be careful on those transitions, because you could just expect TEKKZ to go for a quick counter as Sancho on the ball, looking for an inroad. That was way offside.
Yeah, I think that one's safe for Painter, way offside. But yeah, like I said, when Painter's throwing players forward, really TEKKZ needs to hit him on that counter-attack. He needs to hit him fast. He needs to take a play out of Liverpool's playbook in real life, hit that counter-attack nice and fast, get him behind, try and find a player in the middle. We'll have to see. Ball whipped into the area by Tomiyasu, but well defended by Painter once again. And both players rocking Sancho here. There is a run in behind. It is a good run, but the pass is a little bit wayward, and the pause will come out. We'll see if he can get the ball back here, Painter, as he's pressing, but it'll go back to Schmeichel and he can clear it up.
Yeah, that new birthday Sancho card. We were wondering if we would see it. It looks like a powerful choice, doesn't it?
It is. It's immense. It's got 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. I think the only thing that it doesn't have is high shot power. That's the only thing that some people have been looking at, but he's got an incredible card. Honestly, I'd be expecting to see him quite a lot today, and that Rashford as well.
Yeah.
The Rashford card is... Whew.
That was the one where I was like, are we going to see people, just maybe stick to the older meta and not change out Rashford? But great to see, keeping up with it and trying to adapt these playstyles, because, of course, the meta changing continuously. You don't want to be stuck in the old ways, because everyone's already figured you out, haven't they?
Exactly. And that's one thing that you need to be careful of. You need to be trying not to get figured out here. And Painter coming forward, though, with João Cancelo, see if he can get it under control. Not going to put it in the middle as the press is high. We'll have to go all the way back to James at the back and 90-odd pace. These teams are always going to be ridiculous at this stage.
So when we look back, say, a month ago, we were so used to saying Rudiger and that sort of lot there. So what is the big change up? How does that affect the centre-back in this current meta?
Well, it's personal preference, really, in this situation, because Varane is a little bit higher rated than that Rudiger card. I think Rudiger's a 90, and I think the Varane's 92. So, you know, it does have impact on the restrictions of the tournament with the teams. If you want to check those out, I think you can do exclamation mark rules in the chat, and I think it will come up maybe. But either way, you know, it's personal preference, really. It's up to the players and what they want to do. But 37 minutes into this game, we're still yet to break the deadlock. Let's see if we can get a goal before half-time.
Back to Hullet. Looking for De Bruyne, is found. Back to Hullet, waiting for that push. He is onside, the shot put on, and that is a beautiful finish by Ronaldo.
It's the first goal of the game for TEKKZ, the first game of the tournament for Liverpool, and it's Ronaldo putting it into the back of the net. The pass across goal, and that is, well, it was just perfectly timed. It was a late timing on the offside trap from Painter, and he punished him.
I was thinking for a moment, Painter changes his career. He looked like a bricklayer. He built up a wall in defence, but unfortunately not. TEKKZ brings the sledgehammer, knocks it all down. It's only a single goal, but I mean, when we're looking at such a possession-heavy game like this, we're not expecting high scorers, are we?
No, we're not really. We're not. I mean, I expect this one to be a 2-1 or you know 1-0, 1-1 kind of game. But obviously we go to the second leg after this one, so if it does go in at level pegging, then we'll go to the second game on aggregate score. But yeah, you know, I feel like both these teams obviously, you know, both these teams are obviously top players. They're top players. They're so good at defending. Like you said, Painter's being a brick wall at the back, but they should do at least. It is difficult to counter, so don't get me wrong. You know, we might see a couple, but I don't expect to see too many. But if we're talking about goals, I'm expecting to see some finesse goals from outside the box, honestly. We saw TEKKZ trying to set it up before he got his first goal, and obviously played it in behind. It looks like Painter's coming forward here. Ronaldo running into the box. There is a player in the middle. Hullet cuts it out. Schmeichel will come to collect it, and well defended from TEKKZ there to defend his lead.
You could see a big puff out of the chest there from TEKKZ. He was stressed at that moment. Painter is doing a little bit of mental damage, but not doing any damage to the scoreline. But if he can keep it up, if he can keep that pressure, those little opportunities, make good on them, might be able to tie things up. As De Bruyne on the ball for TEKKZ, throwing this down along the wing. Rashford, is he going to be able to find a pass, maybe even a cross, taking it inroads? Roberto Firmino, good little interception.
Yeah, good interception from Bobby Firmino. Nice to see. I'm not actually sure where he's playing. It looks like he's playing at CDM, coming that far
Interesting,
backwards.
yeah, position for him.
No, I think he's playing a bit further forward. But in all seriousness, I think TEKKZ is playing really, really well in this game here. He's finding a lot of chances, but he's also going to have to defend here. As obviously you see the press coming out. 3 players pressing you at once. It's impossible to do anything. You need to just go backwards. And that's what TEKKZ does so well. He forces the opponent to go back. He forces the momentum out of his opponent's favour. And then he takes the ball in these situations. Can't keep it in, though.
So it's going to be all on Painter here from the throw-in. Then marked. Goes back to James. Back to Bobby Firmino. Kante. James. Oh, that's a beautiful run along the wing. He's got to take it inwards. He's got to be able to find a man instead. Recycling it back towards the mid. Back to Kante. Bobby Firmino looking for nice little finesse passes along, but what a block out by Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, even though you're getting behind in those situations and it looks like a great pass, which it was a great pass, the defending from TEKKZ is just too good. You know, the AI drops back. All the players get back in position so fast, and it's so difficult to capitalise on any of these opportunities against these top players. And we'll have to see if Painter can do it, as TEKKZ come forward again. As you know, he wants to increase this lead. He really needs to increase this lead, as Rashford's on the overlap. Going to just stand still, wait to see what the opponent does. De Bruyne gets some space. Going to look for the shot, maybe. No. Is it to Ronaldo? Flip-flap. De Bruyne on the ball once again, and yeah, this is just the doctor's orders here. He's just passing the ball around, waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Far from it with that one, unfortunately. That's an easy pick-up for Painter. Yeah, just getting aware of it. Back to Hullet, and Ruben Diaz keeping a hold. where does Painter go with this ball? You can see that TEKKZ is getting a little bit more spread out on his defense, trying to just cover as much space as possible and not closing down as quickly. Saying that, he still feels rapid.
Oh,
still feels suffocated. That, though, is not going to come to fruition. Schmeichel, a stellar goalkeeper.
What a pass through. Those are exactly the kind of passes that Painter needs to be seeing through on goal. And he, you know, I can say he needs to be taking those opportunities, but the goalkeeper's made an absolutely wonderful save. There's nothing you can do about that. Doesn't matter what kind of shot you take. It doesn't matter. The goalkeeper just did so well. And obviously, TEKKZ brought the goalkeeper out there. What can you say? TEKKZ is playing really well, but we are starting to see these holes open up in behind. We're starting to see Painter get a few more opportunities.
You can see there, TEKKZ questioning himself a little bit. How does he play? He wants to change things up. He can feel the pressure from Painter. Not going for a substitution, but just a little bit of a change in orders going into the attack.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if that can help him. Coutinho going to be coming on for Painter, which I do like to see. St. Maximin, is that the fantasy St. Maximin? It should be, and what a card that is. De Bruyne going to come on too. There's a chance for De Bruyne as soon as he comes on. I think he was looking for the pass there, I'm not sure, but De Bruyne going to intercept either way, and De Bruyne going to be chasing him. TEKKZ runs out of play. I'm not too sure what happened there, but, you know.
He's gone back on his foot.
Yeah, I think some changes definitely need to come out defensively. Roberto Firmino going to come on. We've got them boosted defensive stats. A very nice card.
So was that just a genius mental play from TEKKZ? See what Painter does, what he does to, you know, which players he subs out, and then TEKKZ is now adjusting accordingly.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think you've got to do that. You've got to be patient in these kind of situations and wait and see what your opponent does. And although, you know, you can't wait forever to bring your subs on, it is a very, very smart idea to wait for your opponent to bring his subs on. Maybe let one attack go through, see how he's going to play defensively. Yeah, I think it's very smart from TEKKZ there, and it's definitely showing just how smart he is and how, you know, experienced he is in these situations. But so Maximin coming forward with the ball did have a good opportunity there to run forward, but like I've said already, the defences get back so fast, the players get back into position, and it's so difficult to counter-attack against these teams.
Rashford, they will find men back, taking it across all the way to Tomiyasu. Bullet, back to Rashford. Players line up, opportunities are opening themselves. Painter, you can feel a little bit of stress, but that was an easy step in for James, all the way over towards Kante.
Oh no.
What a pickup. No.
Kante threw the ball away. Oh dear.
No.
I'm not too sure what happened with TEKKZ there.
He's muddled the paint, that's it. You know, he's mixed them up and all he's got is a murky colour, muddy almost. Looking to recycle this one back around and find routes into the attack, but Painter here, as time is ticking away, has got to be feeling stressed. 9 minutes left on the clock, 8 now, and he needs to get that equaliser.
Yeah, he does. He needs to start moving about it. He maybe needs to switch up the tactics and try and force something to happen, but we'll have to see how many players he's got in the box. I don't know if there's anything more he can throw forward, to be honest. Bullet, though, with Kante, trying to find someone in the middle, find St. Maximin, and he's going to need something special here. He's going to need some individual skill, something. Hullet gives it back to Kante, back to Hullet, and Roberto Firmino will make the interception, and TEKKZ can take the ball away. And see, in this situation, TEKKZ should be closing out the game. He should be holding on to the ball, slowing things down, and, you know, he's been in the game a long while. He knows what to do in these situations. We'll have to see if he does close the game out, but you can see he's starting to slow the play down, hold it at the back, and 100% the right decision to make.
He's done his part. He's got the lead. He just then has to hand it on over towards Diogo and say, right, you're a goal up. You can either play defensively, hold on to that lead, probably go on, get that second goal, but you don't have to be so risky. You can just play it safe, and we've got the win.
Exactly that, and as we are ticking on into the 90th minute, one additional minute of added time. TEKKZ going to come forward, maybe try to get one last shot, but that should be the full-time whistle when the ball crosses the line. And Liverpool with a 1-0 win against Burnley.
It wasn't... Let's see.
Let's see.